Hello, everybody. We're going to jump into it a little differently today. I'm going to quote one of my favorite YouTubers. Coming at you live with the power of the internet. That's Boogie 298 out there. Guys, it's just going to be me and Kadijah today. And we're going to talk about real estate, just non-topical, really about no super deep dives. But I want to hear Kadijah's real estate journey. And I want to be able to talk about my own once in a while and where we both want to go with it. Yep. We've been in here a couple years now. And just trying to figure out maybe what each other's futures hold.
Yeah.
Seem all right with you, Kadijah?
That sounds great.
Cool. So, Kadijah, how long have you been in real estate total?
6.5 years. September will be my 7th year.
That's pretty crazy. What is, so I'm about 5 because I want to answer the question I asked too, so you don't have to like parrot the question.
Yeah.
I'm at 5.5 now, I think.
Very nice.
I think. Yeah, 5.5. And, I was actually interviewing because I want to grow my team. I want to have a real estate team. And, super fair with my commission split after once I think someone's ready.
Yep.
Early on, it's going to be like a 50-50 because I want to be there in the training. Mm-hmm. And I've seen agents. I was interviewing one that his goal at 5 years in was the same as last year, which is 5 transactions.
Okay.
As a full-timer.
Okay.
Now, I think if that's the goal and you're hitting it, great.
Yep.
But I've always been talked about SMAC. It's specific, measurable, attainable, challenging. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I failed because it's when I'm out there trying to recruit. I'm not recruiting for me really. Sure, I mean there's a commission split which at one day would be great.
Yeah.
When someone's at a $200,000 a year commission. Yeah. Then I make enough money to count it. Mm-hmm. But there's a point where I'm just a coach, and I'm totally cool with that. Yep. And if I had someone who went to bat with same as everyone else and had pitches that were hittable, but 5 a year, I'd be out.
Yeah.
It's my failing, not the batter.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I actually had a website for a while, and I kept that going, and it was actually quite a net loss for me long term. But it's because I had this dream where I'd have all these leads come in and they'd have some value, and I'd build a team around it, and we basically I'd just pay for everything, and then with the commission split I'd make my money back.
Right. Yep.
And there are other non-sponsored programs out there that we often pay subscriptions to and whatnot, and they have live calls or email leads that come in. I'd be like, I'd totally pay for it. And if I can't get to it first, take it and we'll split it.
Yep.
And I couldn't do it. So I think my real estate future is going to be like a team of me plus 3.
Okay.
And then in just 9 and 11 short years, I get to bring on my 2 older daughters. I don't know if my youngest is going to want to. She's more in the magnetic tile phase and throwing shoes at people. But that's kind of where I envision my team going. Yeah. Really close knit, and I'm really focused on like education wise. Yeah. Like I want to be able to identify probable asbestos or probable lead paint. We can't identify them for sure without testing. Right. We don't want to step in that.
That is correct.
That hole.
Yep.
But I think there's a lot of construction language and very specific terminology that I use from my construction background that people who are just popping out of school that have never picked up a hammer could really use that experience from. Yeah. Now, you have a great entrepreneurial spirit.
Thank you.
Tell me where your real estate career is going to go.
Yeah, so I'm currently on a team. There's about 10 of us on the team, and, it's going well. I've been on this team since I started my real estate journey. So, I've always been the mentor of the team. I just actually ended my mentorship program about a month ago. And the reason why I did that is because, I have my daughter, and my daughter is super, super busy. Like, she's more busier than I am. And, she plays softball. So it's funny that you brought up the whole batting scenario there, but she plays softball. She's phenomenal at the sport. She's done 4 home runs so far this season.
That's awesome.
Yeah, at only 11 years old.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask how someone can be busy without the ability to drive, or but I guess being busy And relying on mommy's taxi is very different.
Oh yeah,
sure.
It's completely different. Yeah, so she can pretty much, she schedules, play dates and stuff like that. And she's just like, Mommy, can I go here at 5 o'clock? And then can I go here at 7 o'clock? And I'm just like, if I have the availability, I'm just like, why not?
Now, for your daughter out there, what she needs to do is open up your Google Calendar and start poking in things with our. Does she do this?
Yeah, she doesn't do that, but we do have like a like one of those calendars, like the whiteboard calendars.
Yeah.
And she writes on the whiteboard like what she has going on, like her sports and her play dates and stuff like that. So I do know where I need to be with her and when. So because of how busy she is, and she usually does like 2 to 3 sports at the same time. So she has done basketball, she's done cheerleading, she's done gymnastics, like you name it. She has some type of experience in it. And I want to be able to be there for her. I want to be able to bring her to all these activities and support her and cheer her on the sidelines. So I decided to pause my mentorship program to free up my availability for her and, of course, my real estate business.
One of my favorite sayings I've ever heard is, don't be so busy making a living that you're too busy to make a life.
Right.
And
yes.
that's an inspirational something from somewhere. And I'm 2 generations ago, you could go and work at a 9 to 5 for 30 years, and and you could get 30 years in the same job you started when you were out of high school, and you have a pension and a 401k, and that doesn't exist for you and I. Right. I mean, we keep talking about gig economies. You get paid per job. You do this or that, and you're always scrambling from one gig to another. Yep. Like if you're a construction worker. Yep. And you're not in the union, or you don't have 5 years of work in front of you, it's very easy to do the 2-week job you have, and then spend 3-4 days looking for the next one.
Absolutely.
And I feel like we when you're in a not as consistent job style, that when the sun is out, you make hay. So you cannot turn anything down when the opportunity's there.
It's true.
And you might go 3 months and not see free time.
Right.
And the ones that remember that can be the kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I had to, and right before the show we were talking, Kadijah, I had a conversation with my wife. I said, Kristen, I can make $100,000 more a year. But I'm going to disappear 3 days a week in a little phone booth, and I'll put one in the basement and put stuff up and dream boards or whatever it takes for me to pick up that phone.
Yep.
And I'll call people. But 3 days a week, I don't have dinner. I don't hang out with the kids. I don't read books. I don't put the kids to bed. I don't help with diapers. I don't fold laundry. Yep. Just I'm not here. But and if I'm successful those 3 days a week, I will not have a single hour on a weekend.
Right.
So by burning 3 nights up, I lose all my weekends forever.
Yep.
Until we dial it back. And I said, is that worth the money? She's like, absolutely not.
Right.
And I actually have left really decent jobs because there was no work-life balance. And I picked a wonderful woman to marry, and I with her help, I made 3 wonderful children. And that's the choices I made, and that's more important than the dollar.
I agree. 1,000%. Yeah. I mean, so I graduated from UAlbany, and then I got into real estate. But before I got into real estate, I actually used to work for the state for like 2 to 3 years. Maybe it was 2 years. I worked for the state. And because I was told that that's the thing to do, right? You stay with the state for a certain number of years, and then you're guaranteed, a retirement package and, whatsoever. So I was like, okay, well, all these adults are telling me that's what I should do once I get my degree. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. So I went there, and I can't describe to you how unhappy I was. I was very, very unhappy. I needed a challenge. I needed to be outside. You know what I mean? Like, I am now $40,000 in debt, and all I'm doing is stapling papers. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, but you're good at it.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
So that's when I found real estate, and I jumped into real estate. But the whole thing is like, I was looking for a career that I could put my daughter's schedule in first.
Yep.
And then I can wrap around my career around her schedule. And that's when real estate fell into my lap. And it took me a while. I said no for 9 months. 9 months. My best friends were like, you should really get into real estate. And I was like, no, are you insane? I have to market myself. I have to convince people to work with me. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, who wants to do that? And then 9 months later, I was like, you know what? My daughter is going into pre-K. Pre-K is only half a day. Like, I need more flexibility, flexibility within my day. So I was like, okay, here we come real estate. And, that was now about to be 7 years ago. So it's going well.
So I talk to my kids, and because with my kids, we talk about money, we talk about scheduling, we talk about the challenges.
Yep.
We know when we're broke, we know when things are going well. And I say, look, let's not freak out by being broke, and let's not knee-jerk reaction by spending too much when the money's in.
Yes.
Things come and go.
Yep.
And I think they get it. But they're like, Daddy, we want you to change jobs because we want to have more money. I'm like, okay, I get it. But you don't find the value of me getting you out of bed and helping you get dressed and putting you on the bus and being home when you get here. That has an incredible value. Yes. And sure, there's days where I have one of my neighbors pick the kids up, or I've asked my parents to come up from an hour and 45 minutes away to be there if I had no option.
Yep.
But I find the value of being able to put family, maybe not always family first, but often enough that I can be there for them.
Yeah.
Right. Today, actually, we were going to do a daddy-daughter day with my middle child.
Very cute.
But a friend of mine's back from China, and my parents are coming up. So instead of going to the movie at free plug here for Rotterdam Square Mall, the cinema there does $5 Tuesday movies.
Oh, very nice.
And $1 popcorn.
Okay.
Free tickets, please. I was going to take her there, but then my parents are coming up they're going to be 3.5 hours in the car today, and they don't want to sit down for another 2-hour movie.
Right.
And she's like, well, if I'm not seeing a movie, I'll just stay at Grandma's house. So totally fine. So my oldest daughter's like, no, I'll spend time with my buddy Jeff and my parents or whatever. But I wouldn't do that if I was the 9 to 5.
Right.
Like everything we just talked about is an impossibility.
Right.
I mean, this is fun. As of yet, doesn't pay the bills, but who knows? But I have had really great connections out of things like this.
Right.
So I know that your work-life balance is important to you. As you said, your 11-year-old daughter plays a ton of sports. Yeah. So where do you want your career the next 2 or 3 years? You're going to be on the same team? You're going to create your own team, a sub-team?
No. So when I did my mentorship program, I kind of ran it like a sub team. That's kind of how me and the team leader kind of like organized my mentorship program. So I did have experience within like leading my mentorship program, and they went to me first for everything, and then I would go to the team leader if I didn't know the answer and needed help. So I do have experience of running a sub team. For me, it's the liability. I don't like the amount of liability that we have as team leaders. So I love being in a second in command. I love it. I do not feel like I need to be number one. So no, I'm not looking, as of right now, I'm not looking to grow a team. That's not something I'm looking to do. I really want to focus, I ran my mentorship program for 4 years. So I really want to take all of my energy and I want to put it back into my business. And I really want to grow it, not too much, because again, I want to be there for all of my daughter's activities, but I do want to maximize it as much as possible and still have time to spend, with my daughter.
So Kadijah, what I want to ask now, I want to get the nitty gritty. I want not the dollar amount, if anyone's out there, you can look it up and figure out the numbers yourself. Yes. Most of it's public.
It's public.
But hey, let me ask you, how many transactions did you do last year?
Last year, probably 12.
Cool. What's your goal this year?
24.
24.
Yep,
a double.
We're going to double it.
Specific, measurable, attainable, and challenging. There it is.
Yeah.
Last year, I spent a lot of money on bad leads. That's why my website's no longer in its current form. And I did 26, I think, last year. But with my spending, it was not a good year. And I do a lot of entry-level stuff. Like I do a lot of contractor specials.
Nice.
It's a nice way to say yucky property sometimes, but I do a lot of really nice high-end stuff too. This year, I've done 26 this year.
Very nice.
Right, and I think I've got 7 or 8 pending.
Yep.
So, I'm on target. My goal is 50. I don't think I'm going to hit it, but I'm going to work like heck to hit it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think right now I'm on par for like a 45er.
Okay.
and I think I want to be when I want to get back into a virtual assistant, having someone, and there's a couple areas I'd like to focus on. I do want to buy personally more properties.
Same.
to
Absolutely.
either rehab or prehab, where you go in, you find tenants that have possibly taken advantage of the system and not paid for months or years, and help them to relocate. It's a nice way for the word eviction. And then I want to go in and I want to do like the big stuff. Like I want to level floors, and I want to do a sill plate replacement and excuse me, and pop a new roof on.
Yeah.
And then I say, look, here's a stable, clean, empty place. And I might have 60K or 70 in a purchase, another 30 into something like 100. Be like, give me 140.
Yeah.
I've done the hard work of making it vacant, and the roof was expensive and the windows were expensive, and now maybe it's in a place where you could buy it conventionally. Because if the kitchen's there, it's just ugly, you can still buy it.
Right. Absolutely.
And all of a sudden now you can buy it and put your own touches in.
Right.
I think that's a niche where, excuse me, you don't need to make $1 million on it.
Yeah.
And you still want to be able to sell a product that's marketable to someone where they say there's still value here.
Right.
And I can absorb some of this value.
Absolutely.
I think that's probably where I want to target personally for later this year or next year.
Yeah.
And I don't wholesale, and that's not really where I want to get into, because I find that they steal all the equity for themselves, and I want to be equitable. I want to offer value to both sides of the transaction.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's where I want to be going into this next year. And I honestly think there's a lot of houses that are marketed in a way where if you don't have cash, you're not getting a deal anymore.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way too?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
an example is this property I have. We bought it for 80, and I have it under contract to sell it for 150, and it was 7 months difference.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
My seller's quite happy.
I bet.
I bet. But I mean, sometimes if you don't have the cash, sometimes the barrier to entry is really hard. So
Yes.
I think getting them lender ready, not FHA ready, it's different, but conventionally financeable ready.
Yep.
Without dumping in new kitchens and new bathrooms and all the extras.
Yeah.
You can find a middle ground where you can help people get in. And if you do it fairly enough, you might build a following. Say, "I'll buy the next Dave Kellog property." Because, I would have paid 10 more grand, but then I wouldn't have had any profit in the end.
Right.
And now I can't keep the engine running.
Right.
So
Right. I love that. That is a phenomenal idea. Very creative.
it's just trying to be fair.
Yeah.
I think we all have room at the table if we make room at the table.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed.
So where do you want, you said you would focus, tell me again where you want to focus for you,
Yeah.
and where do you think you're going to be near the end of the year and next year? You said 24 deals, which is great.
Yeah, 24 deals. I do not think I'm going to hit it. I took on, I'm also a board member on multiple nonprofit organizations.
You also spoke, I think it was last episode we were here, right? And you were talking about your other businesses. So
Yes.
that takes time.
It does.
It takes time. Now, if you said, Dave, I do nothing else, this is all I do, and I want to hit 10, 12, 20 deals.
Yes.
I'd be like, I think you could do better. I mean, you're super fun to talk to. You've managed it. You said you're working within a team.
Yes.
And getting those new team members prepped and ready for the real world.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So I know that you are beyond the family, exceedingly busy elsewhere.
Yes.
So I think your real estate goal makes sense.
Yeah.
But you said you want to work on your real estate. That's why you dropped the mentorship
Yes.
piece, right? Spend
Yep.
time with the daughter. What other avenues in real estate do you see yourself getting into?
So I have one property now, and I would like to grow my portfolio. I'm thinking as of right now, I'm thinking of max 5 properties, and we'll see how I'm feeling then if I want to grow from then. So that's what I'm currently working on. I'm working on maintaining the property that I have now. There's a few things like I want to redo my back deck and like so on and so forth. I just put on a new roof about 2 years ago. So I want to continue maintaining that property, but within the next year or two, I would like to buy my second property and kind of grow from there. It's very exciting. Everything that I do with my daughter. So she is very well, like, aware, like generational wealth is definitely the thing that I teach her. So it's funny because when we talk about that house, she says that it's my house, like her house.
I get it.
Like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
Amaya's house. Because she already knows that, through the paperwork and documents, it's being left to her. So that is her house. So I would like to do that more. I want to expand on that. I want to grow, a 5, maybe I'll keep 3 for myself and, put 2 for her for when she gets older, so that she can have and she can leverage it. And so that's my goal. That's my real estate goal right now, personally.
So I too want to count my retirement in rentals, in real estate and in gig jobs. And real estate is the ultimate gig job, right? You don't close, you don't get paid, right?
Oh, yeah.
There is no benefits, there's no retirement, there's no nothing, right? I don't think driving for Uber or delivering pizza for any of the pizza, I don't want to keep dropping names. So driving for some name company or delivering pizzas for some other name company doesn't say, hey, look, you delivered 400 pizzas this month. You now make $20 a month forever as a residual.
Yeah.
Or when you retire, it'll be $50 a month forever.
Right.
So I think the attainable goal for the average Joe or Susan or however we want to call it is picking up a rental from time to time.
Yeah.
And there's a couple banks that are like 25%, but you can do 6% seller concessions. I have a 3-pack of properties that we're working through. The appraiser kind of got me good on all 3. I'd never seen this before. It's legal but non-conforming, and they wanted a letter saying, hey, if the house were to be burned down completely or a point where you had to demolish the rest of the house, they don't want to finance it if the house can't be rebuilt in the exact same position. So if you have a 4-family that's grandfathered in and the zoning has changed or the square footage on the lots changed, where it used to be a 40 by 100, now it's 50 by 120.
Yeah.
You can't rebuild the house if it doesn't meet new. So if it burns down and you've got to build new, they'll only let you build a 2 where the 4 was.
Wow.
Or I have one of the houses I have, it's the building requirements in Gloversville is 50 by 120. This house is 50 by 148 on the back.
Ooh.
48 lineal feet on the road frontage.
Yeah.
So by that much, you can't rebuild the house. And I'm like, by people who are listening in the car, thank you for listening to us on iTunes or any of the other ones. Spotify, that's one of the ones. That's about 2 feet. So I just raised my hands and shook it. I'm losing a sale over this much. I'm shaking my hands for people who can't see it. It's like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
No, we don't take no for an answer.
Yep.
We've got a big
Problem
fish on the
solved.
hook.
Yep.
So we are, we're going through every opportunity here to figure out how to move forward.
Yep.
I talked to a guy named Dave, great name, out of Gloversville yesterday for a while. I was like, Dave, this is a silly thing. Why would you rebuild a house when it burns down?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a great point. You get it $150,000 house. It insures for $225 because replacement value. It doesn't matter if you can't build a house. The first person that gets their money back is the lender. So if I lent $150,000 and the house burned down, I got my $150,000 back. I don't care if you plant cherry trees there. Actually, I prefer it to plant cherry trees there. Why not? And but I've never seen it before. And I had all 3 in this package. Same thing. I was like, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
So I don't know. There's challenges that come up, but I haven't yet had this challenge, so I'm looking for solutions on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's what I liked about real estate. And I believe that's one of the main reasons why I'm still in real estate. Because like I said, when I used to work my 9 to 5, I didn't feel challenged.
Yep.
Right. And I tell you, every day in real estate, oh, you're challenged.
Yeah.
No day is the same. No transaction is the same. So, and I enjoy being a problem solver. You know what I mean? I enjoy having to think outside of the box, be creative, reach out to my team members, leverage them. Maybe they're thinking of a solution that I can't think of. It's great.
There are some really, let's talk about what in your mind are easy transactions. Conventional or cash,
yeah.
single family, good condition, 250 to 400.
Slam dunk.
Easy. Because the person has a good job, and they're going to have good credit when they come with a pre-approval this way. The house is in good condition because you're in the $250,000, $400,000 range. Those are easy. Those are like everyday, like.
Yeah.
And I honestly think if that's all I dealt, I could do 150 of those. If that's the only thing I touched.
Absolutely.
Oh, the home inspection was perfect. No problem. Oh, you had a soft deck board and the seller's going to replace the entire deck for you in the color of your choice. Right. This is wonderful because we're at, $400,000. Of course they're going to replace the deck for you.
Yeah.
It's not like we're at $50,000 and there's a broken window and that's his entire profit margin.
Right.
I mean, those are the challenging ones. Like
Yeah.
I find it to be my bread and butter is like the stuff under like 200 and everything.
Yeah.
The lower you go, the more problems you get.
Definitely.
And, for those listening, we can do it.
Absolutely.
But, please be patient. Those things are tough.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is that we are more than capable of doing it, and we will do it. But like you said, be patient with us, right? This is, I'm working with you, you're working with me, your lender's on board, so just be patient. We'll get you to the table.
Do you find that where the MLS no longer posts what the co-broke is, do you find that to be helpful? Because I just put the same number in all of them. I just don't care. It's like, let's say you want $400,000 for a house. I get it. I'm not giving it to you. I'm going to offer you $425 because there's competition, or I'll offer you $375 because I think you're overpriced.
Yeah.
I can write that on my contract.
Right.
And I can say, you know what? We really love the couch. Leave the couch.
Yeah.
The offer, if you take the couch, the offer's dead.
Right. Right.
Well, I'm putting my percentage in there.
Yeah.
At an unadvertised number. You won't get that from me.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
I'm not going to break any rules here today.
Yeah.
And I just put it in there.
Yeah.
And I've had people say yes, 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 no on the commission.
Yeah.
I'm like, then that's a no.
Right.
Totally done.
Right.
Oh, we're offering a half point lower. I'm like, great. Then I can do two things.
Yeah.
I can put a full point seller concession to cover me in the headache.
Right.
The difference.
Right.
Well, Dave, that's more than the number difference. Yeah, it is. Or I can come down 10K to prove a point.
Yeah.
So I've got the original, I've got the concession, or I've got the price drop.
Which one?
Pick
do you
one.
want?
Don't call me until you send me one back.
Which one do you want?
And it's almost liberating because now it's like you just put the number on there, and if it goes out the window, it goes out the window, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I hate it when someone tells you, hey, I know you've shown 40 houses, and you've had to let them carpool twice because they didn't have for whatever reason, and at the end of the day, we think you're worth half what you think you're worth.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Try being a buyer's agent out there.
Yeah, and I think it's tough because it's already hard for buyers to purchase a house, and now many agents may be forced to add on a whole nother expense. That's my hard part about it.
So that's the difference between using cash and using leverage.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So it's like, okay, guys, we want to, let's say there was a $5,000 problem. Let's say it was either commission or an issue or something like that.
Yep.
It's so much easier to have the seller fix it and come up $5,000. Because if I'm putting $5,000 down, if I'm putting 5% down, that $5,000 is going to cost me $250.
Right.
That's nothing. But if they say we won't fix it, you fix it after closing. Now I've got to come up with $5,000 to fix this jigglypuff or whatever the issue is.
Yes.
That's a huge difference between $250.
Yes.
So it's much easier to argue to correct these things with leverage in a contract.
Right.
Than it is someone saying, no, you take care of it.
Right. Agreed.
Because that is a whole different bag.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you had a lot of inspections problems? A lot of majors coming up for you?
I have one or two houses that have given me some trouble. I just sold my fixer-upper under contract in Lansingburg, and my guy's losing $40K on it. It sucks, but there's a point where you'd want the Band-Aid off fast as opposed to slow, and it's been very slow coming off, and we found someone that's going to close in 2 weeks, and we're like, yeah, man, we're losing our shirt. But you sometimes when you go out and you buy 6 or 7 properties, you pick up a loser.
Yeah.
You don't know it.
Yeah.
You can't analyze everything so perfectly because even when you want to,
Yep.
you're either going to miss something or someone else's opinion of the same thing will be different.
Right.
I like spicy food. You like spicy food. The buyer doesn't like spicy food.
Right.
So my perfectly good meal that looks and tastes wonderful is too spicy for the buyer.
Mm-hmm.
That's no one's fault.
Yeah.
We just didn't find a spicy eating buyer.
Right.
And so, the house, my biggest complaint was the house is too close to the neighbor's house. It's been there for 120 years, and it's been occupied for the last 115.
Yeah.
But people wanted the space. I get it. What can you do?
Right.
But yeah, so generally, we try to fix things, and I think it's easy enough to get over most issues.
Mm-hmm.
But then it comes down to who has the cash on hand. Let's say it's a $20,000 roof. There are no $20,000 roofs unless it's a big house. But let's say it's a $20,000 roof.
Mm-hmm.
If your roof quote comes in at $20,000 or over, you should call me for the world out there. Because it is who you know.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely who you know.
It is.
Right?
Yes, it is. Yep.
I just saved a client. 2 quotes came in at 18, and one of my guys did it for 10.5, and then had to go up a little bit because there's a price per plywood sheet.
Okay.
When they tore the roof off, had cedar shingles underneath because it was original from 1890.
Ooh.
And with a top coat, but you couldn't tell until you started getting into it.
Yeah.
I think in the end of the day, we're still saving like $6,000 compared to the other stuff.
Yeah.
And saving 35% is a big difference.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, imagine if you could do that 4 times for someone, for a client, you're $20,000 savings.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
a great
amazing.
day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, it comes down to, do you have the cash on hand?
Yep.
The seller, yes, no. Buyer, do you have the cash on hand? Yes, no. If they're both no's, that becomes the tricky part.
Yeah.
Because it's who can you borrow money from
Right.
to fix the house, to sell it.
Right.
And then there's no guarantee that at the end of the day, the seller doesn't lose a job.
Right.
Or some other life story happens,
Yeah.
another page or chapter is written in their life book, and they
Right.
have to go somewhere else.
Right.
So it's a challenge. You know what's a really cool thing, though, that we can throw some extra business to our home inspectors?
What's that?
Pre-sale home inspections.
Yes. I
Right?
love them.
Here it is,
Yes.
guys. This is what's wrong with the house. Now you know.
Yes.
Bought as is.
Yep. I took my buyers out yesterday. We actually went to go see a house, and it was literally that. And I loved it because, the sellers actually paid for a full-blown home inspection.
Yep.
And then they produced the home inspection. So they had it written and everything, and they put the report on the MLS, and
Yep.
I open it, and I know the home inspector. So I'm like, wow, if my buyers want this house, this is a slam dunk right here. It's great.
Well, I think that's a really great thing too, not just to have it, but then you can print it out or
Yeah.
digitally say, "Hey, we fixed this.
Right.
We fixed this.
Yes.
Non-negotiable. We will not fix this."
Right.
I do not care that you don't like the color of the siding. Color doesn't matter. To like the term customer is always right in terms of taste.
Oh, yeah.
It's not customer's always right. You can be wrong.
Absolutely.
Hey, this $1 million house is worth 200 in my mind. No, it's not. We just sold it for $1.5 million. What are you talking about? I don't like the pillars up front. Perfect. That's a matter of taste. You cannot like the pillars. You're right.
Yeah.
You and I like the spicy food. The buyers don't like spicy food. He's right. For him, spicy food's not right.
Right.
Totally cool.
Yes.
But yeah, so a pre-sale home inspection is not a waste of money. Everyone should do it.
Yes.
You're welcome, home inspectors out there. And 2, absolutely learn from your home inspection. Don't say, well, my home inspection found mold. It's not mold. It's magically growing hair out of the wood or something, right? Correct some of it. Yeah. Show that you were made aware of some of the issues.
Right.
And maybe you did it to make it conventionally financeable.
Right.
Or maybe you went beyond and made it VA and FHA financeable.
Right. Yeah.
Say, hey guys, I know it's not a brand new house. I know it's not perfect in every way, but all the appliances worked. The heat and air conditioning worked.
Right.
We found some mold and we found some peeling paint, which
Yeah.
no matter what, you have to assume it's lead, even if it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And we've corrected these peeling paint issues.
Yep.
Here's a report with corrections and additions.
Right.
Be my guest.
Exactly.
Now, of course, anybody can say, yep, agree. I'm just going to, I want you to fix the rest. And then it's just like a commission piece or leave the couch.
Mm-hmm.
It's a negotiation.
Right. Exactly.
Cool. Where does the market go? Where do you see your business currently? Like right now, like today, tomorrow, next month?
Yeah.
Where do you see, let's just go to the end of the year. Where do you see us by the end of the year?
I see it picking up. I see it getting really, really busy. I actually take every December off.
Oh, cool.
I don't see that happen in this December.
That's awesome.
I see me maybe taking the beginning of December off, or
The
working. I should say working.
End is
the
where you
beginning.
take off. Hey guys, I'm the only agent / broker / attorney / whoever that's going to be open on Christmas and New Year's.
I know.
You'll be the only one at the table. I got 15 closings scheduled today. Where
Imagine
are you guys?
That. Yeah. But yeah, I see it picking up. I see it getting extremely busy. I mean, it's busy. It's really busy now. But I'm excited. Like, I'm excited for the end of the year. I don't think I'll hit that 24 goal. I think I'll probably end up probably closer to that 15, 18
You just need to find the right one who's buying 3 at a time.
Listen, I'm down
They're
for
out
that.
every time. I'm scared when I'm in a loud place when my phone dies. Like, I have this fear response.
Oh, yes.
Because if my phone doesn't ring, my kids can't get a hold of me. They never call me. My wife, when she can't get a hold of me, she just yells at me later in the day. Totally fine. We figured that out. But that's why I don't do my own work. Because if I'm running a table saw, I'm saving 25, 35, 40 bucks an hour doing construction.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I like doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not set up for that at the moment, but I enjoy the work. Like, I like doing that.
Yeah.
And I miss a phone call. It's a 3-deal package. That's $22,000 to the lost.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at that table saw. I'm going to throw it right out the window because that was so loud.
Yeah.
I was saving $35 an hour that I lost $20,000.
Right.
And that's the difference between working in the business and on the business. I can be so busy driving around showing houses that I miss the opportunity to talk to the next person that might join my team.
Sure. Yeah.
Or I might miss the opportunity to go to breakfast, which I did yesterday. And the guy said, Dave, I'm not being fed enough deals. I want you to start feeding me 5 to 15 deals a year to flip. And if I buy them with you, I sell them with you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I had time for breakfast.
Right.
I took my oldest daughter, and she got pancakes and ate 3 bites. I took my buddy from China with me.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's amazing how if you take a breather and you want to focus on new opportunity, it only takes a couple hours to figure it out.
Sure.
And then sometimes the phone rings and they put that opportunity right in front of you.
Yeah.
So I hate it when my phone dies or I'm in a place where I'm too busy. I got to leave the room.
It is. It's really tough, and it's interesting because the last 2 years I actually had a buyer's agent. So I hired her, and again, because of my daughter's crazy sports
This
schedule.
is on your team or hired her
Yes,
for?
on my team.
On your own personal team?
Yes.
Look at you. Okay,
so
cool.
she's already a member on the team, and I spoke to the team leader, and obviously he knows how busy I am. So he gave me permission to hire one of my team members to be my buyer agent.
Cool.
And it worked out great. When I can show houses, I did. But the days that I couldn't, I was able to reach out to my buyer's agent, my team member, and she showed houses on my behalf, and my clients loved it. I introduced my buyer's agent right in the beginning, so they already knew they would either get me or her. And as long as they saw the house, it really didn't matter to them. Obviously I was always a phone call or text away. They could always get a hold of me if they had any questions. And my buyer's agent was just there to show the house. But it was perfect. So I'm thinking that may have to come back this fall and this winter for how busy it looks like I'm going to be. But that's just another hint for other agents out there. Like when we're talking about building, or even building your team, sometimes it's not just about building with team members. Sometimes it's building with that buyer's agent or a listing agent or the virtual assistant that you talked about, or even a transaction coordinator. Like I have my transaction coordinator for probably the last 4 years, and I couldn't imagine a day without her.
That transaction coordinator is part of the greater team, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's I think you have to be a certain size before, as a sub team, you have your own transaction coordinator.
Yep.
Because there's like flat expenses and there's variable expenses, right?
Yes.
There's fixed and variable.
Yep.
And certain things that are fixed, you're like, okay, let's share this fixed expense with as many people as possible. Then you have the variable expense. You're like, okay, well, this is my variable expense. It'll be your variable expense.
Yeah. It's some, if you could do it, I definitely recommend it. Like I don't even, she does everything. I email her, she gets the job done, and that is one of the ways that I've been able to build, take my business from the next level, is having my TC, because she takes off so much, off my plate, that I'm able to actually be out, talk to people, and go to those meetings.
So my broker is my attorney, and he lets me do all my own paperwork. In the beginning, it was like, I don't know how to do any of this. And now I actually find it to be incredibly helpful because I write my own pre and post closing occupancies.
Oh, nice.
So when someone says, hey guys, how do we do this? Like, I need to buy this by this time, but the other guy needs to buy a house after he sells. I've got this thing right now just north of Union College that we have the offer that makes sense, and they're a bit worried to sign it.
Yep.
And they're a bit worried to sign it because they don't know, like the buyer wants it as a rental.
Yeah.
So you can sell it.
Yep.
In the threes.
Yeah.
Take 2 or 3 months for that money to come in and settle, and then go shopping.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a long term, but like it'll be 100 days. It'll be 3 months as a post-closing occupancy. So tenant rights don't convey.
Right.
So if you say, guys, we're no longer going to pay and we want to stay.
Yeah.
Post-closing occupancy rights, correct me if I'm wrong, in the comments, follow me, whatever. Let's grow the channel, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't convey, specifically, don't convey tenants' rights.
Right.
Specifically for that reason. So if someone says, hey, I sold my house, but now you've got to evict me for the next year, it's a no-go, right? So, but I wouldn't have known any of that if the attorneys did everything and it was just another email that I browse at, but don't look.
Point. Yeah.
And it's different experiences create teachable moments.
True.
I can talk about post and pre-closing occupancies because I've done a lot of them. And I think the reason I can reel these fish in, even when these, when challenges come up to lending or challenges come up to timing, we can make these suggestions with our experience level.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're 7 years, and you said next month?
September.
Oh, July. Oh, 2 months from now? I forget what month we're in.
Ooh.
You have the experience out there where you have great teachable moments, and it makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah.
I
think if I was going to do it again, I would have joined a team as long as it was in the brokerage I liked. But I would have been like, look, guys, after like 6 months, I want to reevaluate where we are. Yeah. And just have that open conversation. Like, look, every 6 months for every 10 transactions.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat.
Yeah.
Let's see if everyone's happy with where we are and how things go.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about today? I think we killed it.
Yeah.
I think it
was great.
I think we offered great commentary.
Whew.
So I do want to talk about today's market. I think there's a ton of opportunities. There's more variety on the market today than there's been in a very long time.
Yes.
And there's a lot of good new programs that are coming out. I know Key Bank has some great new programs. I think they have Key Community, which is 1% down. Don't worry, I'm going to throw one. I'm going to throw one to Lisa Atkins from Arrow Bank. She's got the down payment assistance purchase through Sunny Mae or Freddie Mac, one or the other. She knows better than I do. That's her job. So there's like, if we can get you there, we'll get you there.
Absolutely.
Oh, and one quick free advice. This is where I will use a name. Please download Credit Karma and work on your credit for the next 6 months. It'll help with jobs. It'll help with rates. It'll help with renting cars.
Yeah.
It helps with everything. I am a popular guy today. I don't know. But guys, you are now in a place, guys and girls, everybody out there, you're in a place where you have more choices now than we've seen in 5 years or 6 years. I don't know if more choices are going to chase pricing down because I think there's a lot of stuff coming to market that's not as desirable. And the stuff that's on market that's really high end, I think still gets exactly top dollar.
Yes.
I mean, if I had a 6-bed, 3-bath, 4-story, 2-family on Lang Street coming up with hardwood floors and air conditioning and a big, beautiful set of decks and those really cool 2-in-1 washer dryer combo units, I'd probably mention on the podcast.
Yeah.
Coming soon, guys. Right? Yeah, and the number's high, and I'm right next to a house where the number's low.
Yeah.
And the difference in work is astonishing.
Yeah.
Like really incredibly different. And my attorney broker's like, hey, Dave, that price and the days on market aren't going to help you. And I said, yes, it will. Because the difference of going to like a discount all-you-can-eat buffet versus like a nice restaurant with a tablecloth and they make it for you fresh is different.
Yeah.
So before we go, do you do any investment? So you mentioned your so you mentioned you have is that a multifamily?
Yeah, I have a 2-family.
Is that where?
Yeah, it's in Watervliet.
Watervliet, cool. So with your Watervliet, what is your buy box look? Do you want to stay in Watervliet with your investments? Do you want to branch out somewhere else?
As of right now, I do just want to stay in Watervliet. I probably look like every day, like just to look to see what's out there. And, I try to pay attention to all the laws that are changing, the landlord laws, the tenant laws. I try to speak to multiple eviction attorneys to just get a better understanding of, the differences between all of the cities. And, I've had that property for 3 years now. I've gained comfortability with Watervliet. I've met heavy hitters in Watervliet that also own property that kind of like mentor me. Like if I need help, they're always like a phone call away to help me out. So because I've kind of like built a community in Watervliet of other landlords and heavy hitters there, I think for now I'm okay with staying there.
So I want the public to realize that we do the same type of investing that we're offering other people to do, right?
Yes. Yep.
Tell me real fast what your buy box is. What shape, size, condition, price? What is it that makes sense? And real fast, mine, I'm stuck between two very different things.
Okay.
I like to buy garbage below 10 grand.
Okay.
But I don't want to do one of those again for a while because it's so very easy for the $180,000, $200,000 renovation to hit $350,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it shouldn't.
Right.
But it has.
Yeah.
And I think the next one I'm going to go in and I want to buy things in like the just barely financeable range.
Okay.
And then I go out and I borrow just enough for kitchens and baths and doors and windows.
Yeah.
And I say, look, because not everyone can own a Ferrari because it's priced out.
Yep.
And we can't make every property in the world a Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have everyone's rent $1,400 for a 2-bedroom,
Right.
or $1,900 for a 3.
Right.
But there's still an opportunity to do clean, safe,
Yes.
lead-free, bug-free, no leak, and still be at an $800 or $900 or $1,000 for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
And if someone were to say, "Hey, Dave, that's still too high," then there's still people below that range.
Yeah.
But I don't want to own something I don't want to own something I'm embarrassed of.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean everything needs hardwood and Ferrari status.
Right. Right. I think for me, I'm more within like the $150,000 to $300,000 range for a multifamily. Like I said, I do as of right now. I mean, things may change. I'm not ready to buy another property for another year and a half. So as of right now, I think I just want to stay in Watervliet. We'll see when that happens, when I'm actually ready. But yeah, I think just it's about price to me, right? Because again, I'm building my investment portfolio to leave to my child, right? So I want to make sure that my properties, and that's why price is so important, I want to make sure that my properties are, there's some type of income that's coming out of the properties to be left to my kids. So at the end of the day, I feel like price is really what matters to me. But yeah, anywhere between that $150,000 to $300,000 price range is kind of where I am.
Gigantic range.
Yeah.
So when we talk about these investment properties, they're vehicles.
Yep.
And if we're going to keep going with the Ferrari analogy, there's a difference between a brand new Acura or Audi and a 22-year-old Honda Accord that somehow will not die.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like no oil, no one wheel blown or different size, and it still goes down the road.
Yeah.
But one, you manage and put money in every other day.
Right.
You drive around with 2 extra quarts of oil because you're blowing blue smoke. Like it just takes money. If you were to put kind of on the edge, because you just put you literally put X and 2X on the table, 150 to 300, that's a huge range.
Yeah.
Where are you more comfortable with? Are you looking towards
In the twos.
You're in the 2s. So
Right
you're
in the
looking for
middle.
something that right when you buy it, you don't have to dump any extra money into it, except maybe some paint or maybe some vinyl plank flooring or maybe a window or two.
Yeah. I mean, if I have to update the kitchen and the bathroom, I'm comfortable of doing that too, but definitely not a full reno.
Sure. Totally understood.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's your buy box. So now everyone and their uncle, if anyone has any off-market deals, they'd call you.
Let me know.
Fantastic. Awesome. It was great talking to you again. I'm excited that you're here with me today.
Thank you.
And,
Same here.
2 weeks, same thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
And hopefully we'll have some guests out here on the next one. And if anyone's looking to come on and not advertise dollar pricing like $550 a square for a roof or, $800 per fixture, but just wants to talk about some educational piece and say, hey, this is who I am. You've met me. This is some of the jobs I've done. Give me a call to discuss pricing in the future. Totally, guys. We have 2 empty seats here today. We filled it with some great conversation, but we are looking for some fresh faces.
Yeah.
Cool. And that's going to wrap for us, guys. Thank you so much, Kadijah. You were great.
Thank you.
Thank you.